Pearl Harbor, it was supposed to win Japan the war. In less than 2 hours, Japan carried out one of the greatest surprise attacks in military history. But the biggest mistake of that day happened after the bombing stopped. By late 1941, Japan believed war with the United States was becoming unavoidable. American sanctions, especially the oil embargo, threatened its ability to continue the war in China and expand across Southeast Asia. Japanese leaders believed they had one chance: strike first, destroy the U.S. Pacific Fleet before it could interfere with Japan's plans. Then seize the resources of Southeast Asia and build a defensive empire so vast, America might choose negotiation over a long and costly war. Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto helped design the operation. 6 aircraft carriers sailed into the North Pacific under complete radio silence. Together, they formed the largest concentrated carrier strike force ever assembled. While the world slept, the Japanese fleet crossed thousands of miles of open ocean without being detected. By dawn on December 7th, 1941, it had reached a position north of Oahu. More than 350 aircraft lifted from the carrier decks. Their orders were simple: cripple the Pacific Fleet before it could fight. At 7:48 that morning, Pearl Harbor came under attack. Battleships burned. Aircraft were destroyed where they sat. Sailors fought through smoke, fire, and exploding ammunition as the harbor descended into chaos. In less than 2 hours, 8 battleships had been damaged or sunk. Hundreds of aircraft were destroyed or damaged. A total of 2,403 Americans were killed and nearly 1,200 were wounded. Japan had achieved complete surprise. But Admiral Chuichi Nagumo now faced the most important decision of the operation: attack again or turn for home. Pearl Harbor had never been Japan's ultimate objective. The attack was meant to clear the way for Japanese expansion across Southeast Asia, while the American Pacific Fleet lay crippled. A third strike could have targeted Pearl Harbor's fuel storage, dry docks, repair yards, and submarine facilities. These were not the most dramatic targets, but they were among the most important. The first 2 attack waves had damaged ships. They had not destroyed the harbor's ability to repair, refuel, and return those ships to service. Nagumo chose to withdraw. His pilots were tired. Japanese losses had grown. The American carriers were nowhere to be found. Remaining near Hawaii increased the risk of a powerful counterattack. So the Japanese carrier force turned west. Behind it, Pearl Harbor was burning, but it was still alive. Fuel tanks survived. Dry docks remained operational. Repair crews immediately began returning damaged ships to service. And America's aircraft carriers, Enterprise, Lexington, and Saratoga, had escaped the attack entirely. 6 months later, American and Japanese carrier forces met near Midway. 4 of the same Japanese carriers that had launched the attack on Pearl Harbor were destroyed. Japan had won a brilliant tactical victory, but it had failed to destroy America's carriers. It had failed to destroy Pearl Harbor's repair facilities, and it had failed to destroy America's ability to fight back. Pearl Harbor was supposed to win Japan the war. Instead, the decision made after the bombing stopped helped change it. Sometimes history is not changed by what is destroyed. It is changed by what survives.